What is up, everybody? It is your boy, Decaf Dr. Thunder, and I'm here today to talk to you about an issue with NASCAR Heat and how they can fix it. I think I have a solution that will not obviously be plausible in NASCAR Heat 5. That game is already developed and coming out very soon, but with the next generation of consoles coming out in NASCAR Heat 6, they are completely reworking the game. And there is one major thing that I think they could use to take it from a good slash decent game to one of the great games that will be remembered as one of the great NASCAR games of all time. So I've been very outspoken in the past about how I don't really like the state of NASCAR Heat games and where they're trending and headed, I guess you could say. And a big part of that is because there's not a lot of customization, and apart from career mode, there's not a ton you can do in the game. There's career mode, and then sometimes if you have friends, you can go into online and have a good time with the boys, hang out. But other than that, it's kind of a thin game, to be honest. And with no paint booth or in very few sponsors, it's honestly thinner than ever. So I'm not here to talk to you today about gameplay or customization or anything like that I usually kind of rag on about NASCAR Heat. I'm here to think about an entirely new game mode that is completely different than career mode, or honestly anything that we've really seen since NASCAR 05, Chase for the Cup. And when I say that, that might put a little idea into your heads, and I think you guys might know where I'm going with this. So I propose that we bring in, we keep career mode, you can run with that. I propose that we bring in a second feature mode, owner mode. Okay? Just imagine, right? And there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of details that you would need to make this that could make it really perfect, which I'll get into, but I'll just lay the basics for you first. Just imagine, right? You open your mode, you create your team, and you sit down and you're signing bummy, I don't know, truck series drivers or whatever for cup rides. Or you could do, if you want to take it one step further, you could start owning a truck team or owning a dirt team if you want. And you have to work your way up and gain more money. See, the key to the mode, and NASCAR Heat is not very good at this, money has to mean something. Money has to be important. You need to be able to pay employees, pay for the cars, pay for your drivers. But you need to generate income, so that's where sponsors come in. You need to get money from races. But imagine you open your mode, you make your team, and you sit down with bummy drivers and you do contract negotiations and you send them out there with your custom cars and they race. You can race, you can sim the races, and they bring back revenue, which you use to put into more money and hopefully can sign better drivers. And one thing that would have to be worked on in this mode, and I don't know if they could do it because of licensing issues with like driver likenesses and sponsors and stuff like that, but you have to be able to work in somehow drivers switching teams, if that's possible. So like you could have at some point, I don't know, like Alex Bowman maybe driving the 18 or something like that. You know what I'm getting at there. But you could work your way up from a bottom runner team like BK Motorsports, say, or like Front Row, something like that, and work your way up to like one of the great dynasties of NASCAR. Which is where I come to like my second point, basically, about why this could be done and why it should be done. So if you take a look back at some of the all-time great sports games, there are two pillar modes. There's always career mode, and there's always franchise mode. And this could be NASCAR's kind of franchise mode. if you know what I'm saying. You pick up drivers, you run your own franchise. And there are huge bounds needed for creation in this game that would need to be taken before we can get this mode. Number one, a paint booth. We absolutely need a paint booth for this mode. That is crucial. We need more numbers. The 5 numbers, not going to cut it. We're going to need basically all of the numbers that are not in use. We need probably better sponsors, or at least deeper sponsors, you know, where you just, in career mode, you just pick a sponsor, the game plasters it on your car, and you get, I don't know, a certain amount of money per race. Can't do that. We need sponsor negotiations. We need driver negotiations. They did it in NASCAR Chase for the Cup 2005. And my PlayStation 2 broke, so I haven't played that mode in a while. I've been watching some stuff on it, but like, if you could hire drivers, if you could go in and hire drivers, or even if you could do this in conjunction with career mode like they did in 2005, or you could do something like you do your career mode and then you retire and become an owner, that would be incredible. Like, I know they have the owner driver stuff in career. It's just not really for me. It's not deep enough. You would need it to be way deeper than that. But really, I think what they're going to do, NASCAR Heat 5 coming out on July 10th, right? So then in November, December, when the next gen consoles launch, I don't think they'll put out another game until, so November will go by, and then the new NASCAR season will go by in full. And then I think they'll launch it in February 2022, which is what they should do. That would give them a huge development cycle to develop a ton of games, and that's what they're going to need to do, to be honest. NASCAR Heat 6 cannot be copy and paste NASCAR Heat 5. It just can't. It will not survive if NASCAR Heat 6 is copy paste NASCAR Heat 5. It won't work. So what they need to do is they need to take an extra year of development and work on modes like that, like owner mode, or get legends in the game. That'd be a huge thing. Like, I remember how hyped I was back in like forever ago. You'd go on like Thunder 2004, Real Radman's doing a Duel for Dale challenge, and that's exactly what I'm talking about right now. Like, the whole Dale Earnhardt legend thing is phenomenal. If we could have that in a game today, that would absolutely change the game. Thunder plates? Oh yes, please. Oh yes, please. NASCAR is somehow, with their games, 704 games with Heat, is taking their games further away from what we need. NASCAR, Thunder 2004, perfect NASCAR game. If we could get anything like that, I would be thrilled. I've been playing a ton of NASCAR 14 lately, and that game is so good. That game is, they definitely took inspiration from NASCAR 2004, and that's not what Heat is doing, and that's what they need to do, because Thunder 2004 is a phenomenal game. Chase for the Cup 2005, that's what I'm talking about. That game is amazing, and this game should be kind of based on that. Like, not the cheesy Ryan Newman stuff. That was terrible. Not that. Please, not that. Anything but that. But like, seriously, if you could design your own car and take drivers from other teams and put them on your team and have them drive for you, literally nut. That's all I gotta say. Nut. Instant nut. Largest erection you have seen in your life. Butter my buns and call me a biscuit. I will buy that game, I swear. Phenomenal. Please, please give it to me. That's all I want. I don't know if that's too much to ask, but it's all I want. And I've been playing, you guys have probably seen it on the channel, I've been playing a lot of F1 lately. And in that short amount of time that I've played F1, I have realized the leaps and bounds that Codemasters is above 704 games with their games. F1 is such a better polished game than NASCAR Heat. And they're adding They're adding something like that next year. F1 2020 is going to have owner mode. You can make your own team with your own engine manufacturer, sponsors, paint job. That is what I want. Please give me that in a NASCAR game. I'm a NASCAR guy. I love NASCAR. I'm not so much an F1 guy, but I've been playing F1 instead of NASCAR because F1 is taking those moves and making those strides toward a better game, and NASCAR is not. Like, F1, you have your pre-race stuff, you have all your, like, interviews and all that, and you've Jeff, the engineer crew chief guy who talks to you through the race, and you can ask him questions. All that. I got it on my screen today in the race, and I didn't know how to get it off. But, like, that's how deep it is. This is not that deep at all. And, like, the after-race stuff, I know I was making fun of it because that's stupid music, but that's phenomenal. Can we get some of that in a NASCAR game? The presentation in those games is so much better than NASCAR games. And I don't know why 704 games can't reach that, and I think they can. I think they can with NASCAR Heat 6, which is really what we're looking for and what we need in a NASCAR game. But I'll get off my soapbox now about that. So, as always, stay safe, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Feel free to subscribe to join Decaf Nation. That would make my day. God bless you guys, and I will catch you guys later.